Hi everyone, this is M13, and this is a video game review of a game that I've never played before, so it's probably gonna suck. No, not really. There's a game coming out called Majesty 2. If you've played Majesty 1, Majesty 1 is a really fun game. I just bought Majesty, the first Majesty game, a few days ago, and it's really unique and really fun, and it's very unique. What it is it's kind of like an RTS, like StarCraft or Command and Conquer kind of thing, but it's not. And then it's kind of like a role-playing. It is a role-playing game, and it's kind of. I'm just talking to myself and moving my hand. He thought I was waving to him. So it's got some RTS elements, and it also has some sim elements, kind of like playing The Sims or something. Like you control the no, like one of those town building games. Like in all RTSs, you build towns, but this one takes it into a little bit more detail. You build you build some kind of extra things, like a little statue or this, or like a garden or something. So you got to kind of design the town, and then but this is the interesting part. Like you create these hero units, and they're pretty cool. Like in most games, you just kind of click, pump out soldier, archer, archer. And this is different because you don't make normal soldiers in this game. You just make heroes. And heroes, every hero can like go to the store and buy items, and they can level up, and they gain new abilities as they level up, and they get like spells, and they can do this and that. And here's the catch: you don't control them at all. You can kind of like suggest for them to do something, but there's no guarantee that they'll do it. like really. You can what you can do, like you're the king, and you're building this fantasy town, village, what have you, and the people in it make their own decisions on what they're gonna do, and it's really cool because it's fun watching them, because like this guy, he'll like go to a bar, and then he'll leave the bar, and he'll like head to a store, and then you can see what he buys in the store, and then he goes somewhere else and he trains his combat, and you just watch him. He does it all on his own. And then if you want this guy to go and attack a monster per se, well, if there's some monster, you click on the monster, and then you put a bounty in the form of, the game calls them, they're like flags. But what it is you're like putting a bounty on the monster's head. Like if someone kills this monster, I will give them this much gold. And once you've announced this to all your subjects, then it's up to like different heroes to decide whether they want to be the one to go and collect this bounty or not, and whether it's worth it if the monster's too difficult to fight, So it's kind of cool, like, and sometimes you'll see like. Some guy will be like, okay, I'll do the bounty. I'll go kill this monster for the bounty, and then some hero unit will go looking for this monster. And then when he sees the monster, he'll be like, on second thought, I'm gonna go to the massage parlor, and he just turns around and walks away. And it's like, that's cool. So you just, you're a king, and it's more realistic in the sense. That's what they call it. It's like a fantasy. It's like a fantasy king simulator. It kind of simulates if you were the king of a fantasy realm. What would you do? You could tell people, build this here, build that here, there, and they do that. But you couldn't just tell, like, okay, I want you, sir, to go and kill this specific monster that's on the other side of the map, and like that, like, you can just kind of say, okay, there's been which is more like the movies. In the movies, they'll say, oh, there's a dragon who's terrorizing the land. Whoever kills the dragon, I will give them 2,000 gold and my daughter's hand in marriage, or something like that. That's more kind of like a fantasy type thing, So, and that's how the game's kind of designed. You could put bounty, and so now you're thinking, okay, so if you don't offer money, they won't kill the monsters? No, of course they will. They're heroes. They're, like they're knights in shining armor. That's what they do. They go out, they look for monsters, they kill them, and then they take their loot. But I'm just saying, if you want specifically for one monster to die quickly, you need to put a bounty on their head. But otherwise, they'll kill them on their own. Sure, they'll wander around the map and they'll look for monsters to kill. And when they find one, they'll fight them. Yeah, so and the game is difficult, and it's the first game the single player mode is fun, but each map is a separate challenge and has nothing to do with the other maps. So if you beat this challenge, it doesn't affect this challenge at all. And then if you beat this challenge over here, it doesn't affect this challenge at all. Like you can just do them in any order, and it doesn't really, you know. So it kind of sucks because you don't. If you beat one map, you don't carry anything over from that map to the next map. Like if you got like a really cool hero on that map, you can't take him with you to the next challenge, or if you like, I don't know, you gain some kind of relic or some kind of magical item on that map, you can't take that with you. So each map is like a whole fresh new start, which is kind of not fun. But they're fixing that for Majesty 2. In Majesty 2, you're allowed to choose like one hero to carry with you or something from each map or something like that. So that's cool. And but the missions are good. Like and the story, like each mission has kind of a different goal, and some of them are like find a certain item in a certain amount of time. Some of them are like earn a certain amount of money, where you just kind of focus on the building and the town building aspect of the game. You just build markets and trade routes and stuff like that, and you don't really focus on the combat so much. But there's always a good level of combat because there's all sorts of monsters that always wander around the map messing up your stuff. And there's tons of magic in the game. Like you research magic spells and stuff, and there's quite a few different types of characters in the game, which I was surprised with because the game is like 9 years old. But there's these hero units. You got the stock kind. You got warrior, ranger, thief, wizard, and then you got like these temples that you can build, and each temple has a different kind of unit that it produces. And the temples are like, there's a bunch of them. I don't know how many. If I had to guess, I'd say between 6 and 8. And some of the temples that you build affect your other hero-producing buildings. For example, you have like a building that makes warriors. And then if you build some kind of temple that creates clerics, or healers, I think. If you build a building that creates like healers or something, then the warrior building, when you go back to the warrior building, it doesn't just make warriors anymore, it also makes paladins. So I thought that was cool. And then there's like another one where there's like, you can create like barbarians or something in this one temple. And then if you go back to the warrior temple, you got normal warriors, and then you have some other kind of like crazier warriors, like they're called like warriors of discord or something, like pissed off warriors or something. And yeah, so they're kind of like a mix of a regular warrior and a barbarian or something. So it's kind of cool. You can get like mixed matches of the different religions to create different characters. And I heard in Majesty's 2, your characters will also like level up. They'll change. They'll change from like a warrior to a marksman or something like that. Like there'll be actual character changes as they progress, and possibly you can choose. Like maybe it'll say, do you want your ranger to become this or this? You know, like do you want your ranger to become an assassin or a marksman? You know, focus more on shooting or focus more on stealth. So yeah, it's yeah. So you know, like the first game has, well, first of all, okay, and I'm a little confused as to where. Look what a dipshit, eh? Like, he's got a yield right there. That's like a merging lane. He doesn't use a merging lane. He pulls straight out and then does a 90-degree right-hand turn. He's got his own merging lane. He just ignores it. That's an idiot. So, yeah, like the first Majesty 1 came out in like 2001 or something. 2001. It's like 8-9 years old. And first of all, like I had a lot of trouble getting it to work because it's so old. It was designed for like Windows 98 or something, and Windows 95 and then Windows 98. That's what it was designed for. So even on XP, I'm having difficulty getting it to work. I had to delete, just to play the game, I had to delete the game's intro because that has conflicts. Interesting. This is where I want to be. And then I had to delete the game's music files, all of them. So just to get Majesty to work, I had to delete the video and delete the music. So now when I play the game, there's like no music, no video. But it's not too bad. The game's 10 years old and it has a very repetitive type of boring music, so you're not missing much. So yeah, but even though the game's like 10 years old, I'm exaggerating. no music and no videos, I'm still having a lot of fun with it because it's unique, you know. It's unique and it's fun and yeah. So I got the game for free because I pre-purchased Majesty 2. If you pre-purchase Majesty 2 through Steam, you get Majesty 1 for free. So that's what I did. And yeah, and I'm having tons of fun with this old, this 8-9-year-old game. So come on, people. So I'm thinking to myself, like, if I'm having this much fun with the 9-year-old game, like, how much more fun will it be when I get the new one that comes out with state-of-the-art graphics, etc., and added this, added that. It's not made by the same people. It's made by someone else who bought the rights to it, so no guarantees if it'll be as good as the original or not. But here's hoping. They're following the same, they're going to follow the same play structure and just add on it. There's just improved hopefully they're not going to change it too much, and I don't think they will. So yeah, so check it out if you're into RTSs, or if you're into like town building games or whatever they're called, village building games, like Civilization, or any of those other games. I'm trying to think of some. I used to like those games a lot. You build Sim City, like the Sim City games. If you like designing, building villages, cities, or if you like RTSs, if you like either of those, you'll probably like this game. It's about half and half of each. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to figure out how to turn this camera off. It's my first time ever making a video with it, and I'm having difficulty. With my other camera, the button was on top, so I just reach in and push it down. With this camera, the button's actually facing me. It's like facing my nose, so I'm trying to get my finger up, not up my nose, but up in my chin area and touch it. And it doesn't look like I can reach it. This sucks. So good news is I have HD. Bad news is I have no way to turn the camera off. So this video is just gonna go on and on and on forever. I totally missed my turn off. Damn it. Show 'em bow tie? What gear am I in? I don't know. I stopped it in gear, but I'm not sure if it's first gear or second gear, so I'm not sure if I'm shifting up or down right now. He's telling his friend to buy a bike like this. There we go. Oh, okay. I'm doing a good job of showing off here. I can't even start the thing. He's saying it sounds so cool. Bye-bye. Well, everyone, this is a video game review, believe it or not, of a game that's not out yet. So I'm not really sure how this is going to go. There's a game coming out called Majesty 2, and I'm excited about it. So I'm going to make a pre-coming out review. How would you say that? Yeah, good enough. And this is my first ever HD HD video. I have other videos that are HD but they're not HD. They're just 640 by 480, and then I stretch them out to be a HD size. But you don't get the clarity. And this is actually HD. And I've noticed I got one problem with this this new camera of mine, and that's that it reflects off the lens. Don't bother asking what camera it is, because I never say that kind of stuff. Just don't, It's like, it's a lot of trial and error for me to find my cameras, and then, yeah, I don't know. My setup is my setup. Anyways, I should just start all over again.